was the engineer with Jen, and she was showing me how to just make sure that the hose line is in place and that the pressures are there. And so working with just making sure that they've got all the supply that they need.
I like the plug man job on the truck. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite. Yeah, you really felt like you were helping the team. I mean, you really felt like you were a critical part of the process, and just it was a perfect position to see kind of how crucial every person is and how important it is they do a great job.
Crawl a couple steps in, take a turn to the right, and put the fire out. It's going to be a good time.
Great, yeah.
Well, it's a great exercise, and first time I've ever done anything like this, but I was on the nozzle. So the minute I got in the room, visibility went to 0. We got down and kind of crawled on our knees toward the fire. And I was on the nozzle, and they told me when to hit it. I did, so it was a great experience.
The more graphic part was going into the building with the smoke and having to get down on the ground with a 45-minute air pack on your back and all sorts of bells and whistles and worry about whether the mask is going to stay on tight. And knowing that these are people that technically you supervise, but you're clueless as to what's going on when you're in the smoky room. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was fun is probably not the right adjective.
I mean, the experience is great, but trying to keep low is really tough. You know, that's really a tough thing to do. And you know, we knew where everything was, and
7 minutes
it was still tough. You know, but it was really fun being on the nozzle. I mean, it's like that's really something. I mean, it's like every kid's dream.
You know, it was interesting to get in there and just feel, in the smallest of fires, feel that heat drop down on top of you so quick.
It's a lot of work. My heart was going really fast. I was running out of air, you know, I was sweating.
A whole lot more work. You don't realize, and you do really realize when you get in there how important the people are out here. Because that hose is so stiff with water pressure, it can't turn those corners quickly.
I guess I was surprised at how heavy everything is, you know, and just have to keep that on for, you know, the period of time somebody's in a building like that.
I was pleased that the mayor had my back.
That's right. I couldn't see him. Well, you know, we were talking how quick, you know, you can't see. It was just like immediately you stepped inside, it's gone. You know, I'm looking at nothing but smoke, and Larry's a half a foot away from me, and I couldn't see him.
I was the officer, so I was the second person that went in the room. But I get claustrophobic, so I got almost to the interior door, and I could tell I was going to have a panic attack because I was all You know, you can't see, you can barely even see the floor, and I get vertigo too. I didn't tell them that part, I think. So it's just like, I think I'm gonna back out now.
It has been 9 years that we both aged.
I know.
Take a breath.
It was hard. It's hard on the legs. It's very physically taxing.
I can now say I've done that. Add that to my list, and I've picked up garbage, I filled potholes. But I don't plan on doing any of those things again.
Hey, they're getting masked up right now. Okay. They're getting masked up. So. More in there. More!
TV and movies just don't do it justice, and when you get to experience just for a small moment kind of the danger and the uncertainty that these guys and these men and women have to work through to take care of us, it's very enlightening.
Down, he's not breathing, and I can't feel a pulse. Okay, we get dispatched. We come here, get everything out the truck. Medic unit's running in here to deal with the patient. Okay. Ready, guys?
Ready.
Let's go.
Seeing and doing, to the extent that we're doing it, is eye-opening.
Everybody clear, coming up for a shock. Clear, we shock. Truck delivered. Go ahead and start prepping again.
It gives me a day-to-day feel and minute-to-minute feel of what my son goes through. I also help budget and provide the funds for this operation and for firefighting operations all over the county. So it's always helpful to actually have done the things that you're asking other people to do, see the point at which the equipment is critical, see the point at which equipment starts to break down, you have the alternatives, and to also talk to the guys personally and ask them what kind of tension and stress they go through and what's helpful for a family member to know when they have a family member who does this stuff.
15 seconds.
While they try to keep
It's a good reminder of just how hard they work together, how hard our firefighters and paramedics work as a team, and how important each member are doing the best they can do and doing a great job for one another, not to mention for the people in our community. So it's a true team effort.
Extrications take time, which you'll see after a while. It took them about maybe 15 minutes to cut that. Trauma patient has a golden hour. Everybody heard about that? You have 60 minutes basically from when the accident happens to get life-saving surgery or whatever capabilities you can take care of.
It was great. I mean, I've never smashed in a window on a car before either, so that was pretty awesome.
That kind of brings out the teenager in you. I mean, that's something that you've always kind of wanted to do, is tear up a car. Yeah. And then you're in a job that you can say, hey, I did it. There's a good reason for me to do it. Yeah, that was fun.
Where we get to try and help people get out of cars that might be smashed in on them somehow. And so we get to use these, it's not called the Jaws of Life, I don't remember what it was called, but the extricators, so you basically disconnect the roof from the body of the car so you can lift the roof off.
You have a patient in here, you have one of us, at least one of us in the back. Sometimes you'll have two patients. You know, in a minivan, a lot of times there's kids involved, so you'll have multiple people in here taking care of multiple patients.
How much fun is it to use the jaws of life? How much fun is it to use the hose and the nozzle? But there's so much technology that's wrapped under this, so much training that's so important. And we're just getting this little glimpse of it, you know, which is, you know, it's great to have such a wonderful professional firefighter and emergency medicine.
Hard and brutal strength that I thought it might need. And I definitely admire the ability of people that are willing to run into those things when I will safely watch the hydrant or something like that.
Thermal imaging camera. You guys seen one of these or played with one of these before? Just look, I'll get it warmed up here. So you kind of see, you're going to see heat signatures through that. Yep. Okay. That's what you're looking for. So whoever's leading the group is going to have this. You're going to have your three little kind of ducklings back behind you spread out, and it's going to be quick. You can look from, just sweep that room, move on to the next
one. We're going to have one of you guys utilize a search rope, which is what we do usually in bigger structures. Okay. So we'll have somebody tied to that. We'll tie it off to the door. That way, it gives you a point of reference. Now you know exactly where the door is. So tie it off, go in. Once you come back out, you pull that rope tight, you can follow right back out. Somebody will have to lead you out.
So with this, you can still move in the general direction, right? Like, you can't see what's around that corner, right?
I can go to this point over here. We can get in closer. You can see it in the door.
Yeah, I mean, without the tools that you know, that I think that they would love to have. Without those tools, you know, it takes a lot longer to get the job done. Those are minutes and seconds of somebody's life that's taken away. So it's really having only two people, having a small team, and not having that equipment. You know, you can definitely see what kind of an impact that can make. You know, not just for the firefighters, but also for the for our citizens.
With like 100 pounds of equipment on is what it feels like. Yeah. Oh, I definitely admire what they do. There's a reason I never went into it, because I can't do it.